And so I'm going to run this episode in a bit of a top-down method. I'm going to start super high level and then get into the overarching patterns and some of the case studies and examples of what I'm about to run through. But, all the entities, people, and case studies, obviously I couldn't even fit all of the stuff I'm about to run through in a 24-hour episode if I covered each person and each case study of all the names I'm about to list. So, every case study I give you, every name I say, I'm not going to go into detail, but, it's a guide for you to do a quick couple Google searches, search it up on ChatGPT, record this shit because it is genuinely the most important information of all time. And yeah, it's my understanding, that we are living through a biblical type of war that has persisted for centuries and millennium, between the forces of good and evil. And oftentimes these forces of good end up dead, in mysterious circumstances or straight up murdered. And, with all the UFO and alien stuff being disclosed, I'm kind of starting to be of the belief that humanity could be, the playing ground for an interdimensional type of war going on planet Earth. And these forces that are malevolent and benevolent are, manifesting themselves in humanity. And, at the top of the food chain in humanity is, likely to be controlled by certain alien species, that some are good, some are bad, and the results of the world that we see are probably a result of these interdimensional forces. And it sounds crazy to say, but I know enough to have created a map of these good guys versus these bad guys, and I can give that high picture speculation. But, oftentimes it ends with the best people, the best reformers, the ones who want world peace and free energy and to advance humanity to the next layer of becoming. Look at the graphic I put together on the JFK Tesla handshake, because honestly, it does all go back to that. It was JFK that said, "Too often we enjoy the comfort of opinion without the discomfort of thought." It was Tesla that said, "If you wish to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, vibrations, and frequency." So I'm about to get into the Sinister system here, the institutions that make up the Shadow Cabal, and obviously, I'm not saying everyone that works for these institutions is evil in any manner. I'm just saying that, these are the institutions and entities and family names and people that have, systematically contributed to an overwhelmingly malignant system. Obviously you're not an evil person if you work for the Federal Reserve or the Rothschilds or DARPA or Palantir, etc. I'm not even saying the people at the very top of these companies are evil, because, people don't have to be evil to work for an entity that does not have the best interest of broader humanity. You're an evil person if you kidnap and rape children, not if you work for these institutions, but broadly speaking, there does tend to seem to be some